She inhaled deeply. So deep, until her lungs strained with it. She couldn't remember the last time she was so aware of the air, but now she needed it all the time and urgently, the way she once needed cigarettes in law school, and still sometimes did when she felt pressured at work, which was almost always. Then she began to unpack her things from the suitcase at her feet. It was the biggest one she could find. Big enough to fit a life, she'd told the clerk at Bloomingdale's, who maybe would have laughed if not for this customer's anemic expression, the nothingness behind the eyes. Kate had left her work clothes hanging in her closet at home in San Francisco, and as she'd packed, she'd realized how few casual clothes she owned. Everything silk and wool, smelling of the office's industrial-strength antiseptic, and the guilt had consumed her then, too. Now she stacked all her clothes in the top drawer, and only that one drawer. She'd brought her makeup case, an amnesiac lapse. She'd really forgotten that she couldn't muster the energy to consider what her face looked like to other people, and now she set it on top of the flimsy IKEA dresser beside a fishbowl stuffed with Bic lighters. When she was done, she looked at the bed again. This was the worst part, and unavoidable. The sheets were stirred to a froth and kicked to the foot, like he'd had a particularly fitful night's sleep. Kate believed she could make out the faint outline of his body impressed upon the mattress. Jake had been haunted by nightmares for 6 months straight when he was a child. Every night he woke up screaming and drenched. The dreams, he had said, were too disturbing to recount. When Jake began insisting on keeping the lights on in his bedroom at night, and then kept falling asleep at his desk during class, Kate had sent him to a child psychologist. The shrink's diagnosis: overactive imagination. The guy was a hack. Kate didn't need to pay $200 an hour to be told that her kid was creative. Eventually, Jake grew out of the nightmares, and that was a relief, but Kate now wondered whether the demon that had plagued him as a child had found him in this room, in this bed, and sat down heavy on his chest. And Kate wondered if this time Jake just couldn't find the strength to push it off. If he had simply sunk under its weight.